Good morning. I'm Andy Myers at Weiss Research.
I'm Jen Amos, and this is your morning market alert for Thursday, April 28th. Stock futures are pointing to a relatively flat open on Wall Street after yesterday's rally pushed the Dow Industrials to their highest close in nearly 3 years, and the Nasdaq Composite to a level it hasn't seen in more than a decade. Those gains were prompted by the Federal Reserve's decision to keep its easy monetary policy in place. At his first ever press conference after the meeting, Fed Chairman Ben Bernanke said he's not considering any quick moves to fight higher inflation or slower growth. He also said that he expected economic growth in the first quarter to come in on the weak side. That's exactly what investors are focusing on today as they digest the latest readings on gross domestic product. We'll bring you those numbers and all the market reaction after the opening bell.
Following yesterday's Federal Reserve decision, the U.S. dollar continued its decline against other major currencies. The dollar is weaker again today, and that's pushing gold further into record territory. It's now trading at around $1,530 an ounce. Meanwhile, oil prices are pulling back a bit after crossing $113 a barrel yesterday afternoon. The world's biggest oil company tops the list of earnings reports this morning. ExxonMobil earned more than $10.6 billion in the first quarter, a 70% improvement over last year and well ahead of expectations. Exxon's revenue came in at $114 billion. Elsewhere in the energy sector, Exelon is buying Constellation Energy for $7.9 billion. Exelon is a Chicago electric utility operator, while Constellation provides power to the Baltimore area. Constellation shares are jumping nearly 7% on the news, and Exelon is losing about 1%.
One of the biggest stock winners this morning is Sprint Nextel, jumping 5% right now. The wireless service provider said its first quarter loss narrowed more than expected, and its revenue rose to $8.3 billion. But Procter & Gamble is moving in the other direction after its earnings and sales just missed expectations. P&G also forecast profit for the full year at the low end of Wall Street estimates. We're also keeping an eye on one of Procter & Gamble's biggest rivals, Colgate-Palmolive, after its net income matched expectations. Looking ahead, Colgate said it's facing significantly higher costs, but expects its profit margin to remain about the same. Meanwhile, PepsiCo reported a 20% drop in first quarter profit, but that was in line with estimates, and revenue rose slightly more than expected, helped by its purchase of a Russian beverage maker during the period.
Investors are also reacting to quarterly numbers from Bristol-Myers Squibb, Time Warner Cable, Viacom, Dow Chemical, International Paper, and Aetna, among others. We'll let you know which of those stocks are moving the most later this morning. After yesterday's closing bell, eBay reported a 20% jump in first quarter earnings due to strong gains in its marketplace and PayPal businesses. eBay also raised its outlook for the full year, sending the stock 2% higher in the pre-market. But Starbucks is set to open modestly lower, despite posting a 20% increase in profit as customer traffic rose. The company did warn that higher commodity prices will take a bigger bite out of annual earnings than it previously expected. After today's closing bell, Microsoft will report its numbers for the fiscal third quarter. That's the latest from Weiss Research. We'll be back after the opening bell with all the economic data and market reaction.